Just as a quick introduction, within mc2finance, you have built an agent that lets people crowdsource DeFi and list ETF on stock exchanges whilst running a digital twin agent for each wallet. I'm going to pass the stage over to you and give you the green light to take it away. And yeah, let's kick it off.
Sure, thanks. So with mc2finance, we basically want to empower user to trade in DeFi as easy as possible. Therefore, via our DeFi portal, you can find the top traders. You can shop for tokens cross-chain very simply, like multi-asset cross-chain cross-protocol, and talk to the AI agent directly on the website, which answers you any action on DeFi. And the best traders that you guys find that you suggest on the platform, we work with them to basically bring as ETFs on a stock exchange. And we already have the approval to launch the first stock ETFs later this year, which will be pretty exciting. AI agents not yet running on stock exchanges on the agent side. The key thing what we believe on agents is that the agents are only as good as the data quality that you now have below it. And that's a big challenge because most data is messy. And if you look into the blockchain, the data is extremely messy. Like a simple trade over maybe 2 chains can have 2 to 10 transactions behind, which already makes it very complex for a generalized LLM to analyze. Tokens itself are not stored in a wallet, but rather in the token contract. And therefore, if you want to analyze what's actually in wallets, you have to go through all these past transactions. And every protocol has a custom data format. So you need to know which smart contract is for what protocol to actually know which is the kind of format to actually understand what was this transaction about. So raising a lot of complexities in the space that are not easy to solve. But we wanted to give our users the best insights what's actually inside of a wallet. And so we created basically 2 engines. The first one was rather easy. If you look into token and token analysis, each token has its own contract with all the information behind, so it's very easy to query. But the much more challenging part was going for the wallets. And we created a system that screens any change, any transactions that happens in wallets that we watch to its own micro agent living in the cloud that only has their own transaction, that analyzes their own activity, and therefore always has the latest status. And they're basically NPC enabled, and we can call to them, we can ask them, but the core thing is both of them sent to a search index that is near real-time optimized, and therefore perfectly able for an agent to search on. And this is basically what we integrated into our portal. The whole engine behind here is more than 31 APIs. We have now already 30,000 wallets in our database and constantly through our users adding more and more, and are now active on 4 chains, but already have 24 chains active and in preparation, and always looking for the community of what should we do next. And because we are really excited about the capabilities, one of the key things that we also want to enable is that people should not just be able to use it on our website, but also should be able to integrate it into their applications and to their services. So all the search indexes and the plugins will be available also as an elizaOS plugin soon. So you can build your agents and your structures on top of it as well. We wanted to make it as easy as possible to answer your questions. So you can do very simple ones like what's the latest news on a token, but you can also ask very complex queries on all the token systems that you're having, like given the fastest growing token with less than 100 million market cap that have a high volume to market cap ratio and an authenticity of 6+. And the AI agent will give you the best ones that are currently available according to your criteria. So you have 20 filter criteria that you can actually use to sort out and find the best tokens that you actually care about. You can ask it about any contract on any of the, I think now 24 blockchains, any token or any wallet, and it will give you information, and it automatically adds it to our analytics engine, creates one of these virtual agents. And then soon you also will be able to basically say, analyze my portfolio, and it then can give you a daily analysis of what it is about. We built this real-time indexes now over the last year, so we're active quite some time to build this up. It runs in near real time, otherwise we would not be able to handle all the data. We are now basically launching the AI agents in prototypes, so feel free to try it out. We'd love to get your feedback and what kind of queries you would like to have, where we should improve the agent abilities. And the cross-chain trading also runs on the platform. And soonish you will be able then also that you can mirror any wallet on the platform or tell the AI agent basically what kind of strategy you want to have mirrored, and it helps you execute and run that in your wallet. And that's basically it. Plugin access will be enabled soon. So if you today want to try out the indexes, if you want to develop with them with advanced search capabilities from your agents, then you can send us a request at eliza.mc2.fi and we will contact you to get you an access key, or otherwise try out the agent on our website. And this is basically exactly what I will do now. Can I change?
Whilst you're doing that, so the elizaOS plugin is underway and in development, and the agent itself you've already built, it's tested, it's augmenting experience within MC Squared at the moment, right?
Yes, we started actually in December already running our first agent also on Twitter, just for fun, seeing how it works.
Yeah.
In January, we added then the first version of our data sets and saw a lot of issues on like where to improve, where agents actually ask data differently. And so since then we developed the agent and it's now fully running as a elizaOS agent behind, which has basically the main interface now on our website. And you can see basically looks like a nice agent chat. And you can say, give me the best tokens with less than 150 million NCAP, like rate, volume to NCAP ratio, which by the way is the most underused thing to sort tokens by volume to NCAP ratio. You always get tokens that have a much better quality than anything else. So that's why I'm constantly using it. And for 6 plus to get all of the scan tokens out. Yes, and typically we implemented it fully runs on WebSockets, which is, by the way, also a plugin that we can contribute to have a WebSocket client or elizaOS. It was developed by us. And it can send multiple messages during basically the execution part. Behind there, it's using several plugin structures. The key thing is we are mapping the natural language into a relational search format to go to our search index to search, because like AI agents are very tough in handling numbers. So it's easier to tell it, this is the relational format, please make me the perfect query. We query it, we wait for the response, and after the response, we return it then to the user, which normally happens a little bit faster. I'm not sure why it's just a nice low, but that's always the thing effect.
And you said there's 31 APIs that you're sourcing data from for the agent to give its response here, right? Is that a blend of on-chain and off-chain data? I guess is it build on that question as well. How do you ensure the data is accurate in making sure that the response the agent is providing is, let's say, trustworthy, which is, it's a big question marker into the whole thing, but yeah.
Yes, like one of the key things is this relational mapping. So it's not hallucinating on like a vector search for relational data. That would not make sense. Yeah. We do on each of the rollouts tests on different structures, but for sure in the prompts, as always, there is a ton of things like don't hallucinate, don't make things up. If you don't know, tell it to the user that you don't know. This is like the basic of any AI development. So tell them 10 times to not hallucinate.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you basically can then even click on it if it's right.
And you're seeing the future of this, or the next step of this, as being that developers can come in, utilize the Eliza plugin alongside the DeFi capabilities to perhaps build their own trading engines, trading strategies that I guess as agent executed.
Yes. We have 28,000 tokens now in the database, and probably grow it over the next month to more than 100K tokens that you can like cross-analyze, but you can also send any contract here in. Like we can do that as the next one. I just do it here. Let me get the Polygon one saying, what can you tell me about? And it doesn't matter if it's a wallet or if it's a token or if it's on any chain. You can add Solana chain tokens to it, doesn't matter. And it basically does an analysis for it. And because now we're in development modes, behind a single request typically runs about 6 to 8 queries on LLM.
Okay.
To optimize everything, which isn't for sure an overhead in like network and logging.
Yeah.
So this is something that we want to improve also with like local responses on smaller LLMs instead of sending everything remote.
Nice. What would you like users to do? If there's 1,000 people listening, is there anything that you'd like them to do with the platform at the moment to test this out?
Go to mc2.fi, try out the agent, and tell us either via the agent or you can also join our Discord or write us on Telegram what features you would like to have, what kind of query you want to optimize. And also, if you want to build AI agents on top of it, we're happy to give you access to the data indexes and help you get started.
Very cool. Chris, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing what you've built with Eliza. Look forward to seeing what's next. And yeah, to anybody listening, give Chris a follow, give MC Squared a follow, and you can go play with a DeFi agent in production as we speak. So yeah, Chris, once again, thank you so much. And
thank you.